Good day. When you're addressing an audience, the words you're using are silver, but the question your participants are asking, they're gold. It's why it's important to respect your participants and answer their question to the fullest. At the end of this short video, you will be able to use at least 2 new ideas that you can use when you're doing your Q&A. For doing that, I will be talking about listening to the questions, answering the questions, and stimulate the thinking to encourage participation. Listen to the questions. Look at the person directly in their eyes. Make sure you understand the content and the intent of the question. Paraphrase. Repeat the question in your words. It gives you a few seconds to think about the answer, but it also tells the person that you're listening well, and it's important for you to understand very well what she or he is saying. Don't be on the defensive. Sometimes we feel that the question could be an objection. It just shows that the person is very interested. And when you probe a little bit more, you understand it's a simple question and you understand the content of that question. Repeat the question. Repeat the question for the audience. Roger is asking me that. The other day, I'm in a conference. The speaker is very good. He's doing a good conference. But unfortunately, at the end, a person is asking a question. And instead of repeating the question for the audience, well, he's talking one-on-one with that person. Unfortunately, we're not interested anymore. We want to leave, or we're talking between each other. Not very good. So 25% of your time looking at the person who is asking the question, 75% of the time you're talking to the audience. That's what he just asked me. Admit you don't know. You don't have to know everything. So if you don't know the answer, don't try to answer it. It will look very bad. So say, unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that question. Who knows? Ask your audience. Believe in them. They know a lot. And if nobody knows, you can say, well, Roger, what I'm going to do, I'll take your email and I'll send you an answer to your question. I will research. Present answer in a logical order. You've been asking Mary this, and this. Let me answer this and answer this. So logical order. Ask a question that has been, ask if a question has been answered. Well, you say, Mary, is that what you want to know? Have I answered correctly? Have I answered completely? What if? What if someone asks many questions at a time? Again, take one by one. It's too hard to, you'll confuse everybody if you're not doing that correctly. If a participant asks you a question that you don't know, that you know you will answer later, say, interesting, thank you for asking, but I'm treating that question in 10 minutes from now. Don't start answering now. Manage your time. There are many questions and you know you don't have time to answer all the questions. So you say, I have time for only 2 more questions. Questions, again, involve the audience, involve the whole audience. Don't put people on the spot. They don't like that. So when you're asking a question, don't say, please answer me. Say, who wants to answer? Plant a question to get things rolling. Sometimes we say, are there any questions? And no one is asking a question. What you can say, well, in the last workshop I've done on that topic, someone asked me if. So that will warm up the audience and they will start asking questions. Large group may intimidate. Yes, some people will be very shy to say, well, I have a question. So I have a basket with questions and with papers and pencils, or post it on the table and say, if you have a question you want to ask and you don't want to ask it as I talk, write your question, put it here on the flip chart, and we'll answer it later. The parking lot technique, very good. You know about that technique, but what's important is to tell them in advance at the very beginning of your workshop, there will be a parking lot, there is a parking lot. If there is a question that I cannot answer as you ask, I will invite you to put it in the parking lot. Resist the temptation to say, what a good question. Often we say that, what a good question. Danger. It's better to say, thank you for asking. That will encourage others to ask questions. There are different types of questions to encourage the reflection, to encourage the thinking and the participation. What, who, when, where, how, and why. Question that ask for example or explanation. Suppose or what if question. And question that ask alternative ideas, options, or solution. The first one, let me give you an example. What, who will benefit? What will happen if? When will this take place? Or how will you do this? You see, open-ended question that will make people talk. Why are you doing this? That's another one. The other one is ask a question that asks examples or explanation. Well, give me an example of how you would do that. Please explain how. Suppose or what if question. That's my preferred one. Suppose a learner asks you about how will you do this. Suppose that a participant, or what if a participant says, how will you do this? And the last one I would like to share with you is the question that will ask for alternative ideas, options, or solutions. Examples. What other options do you have? In conclusion, we have seen how to listen to the question, how to answer the questions, and how to use questions that will make people participants. They are quite important because participants, if they are asking questions and you're inviting them to ask questions, they feel they're part of your presentation, they feel engaged, and they feel they generated a lot of idea. Great, thank you, and good luck.